It's no secret that the Kansas City Chiefs are probably one of the best, if not the best teams in the league. I mean, they are so good time after time, year after year, game after game that they've got to be considered probably the best team in football consistently. Eagles are definitely on the uprise. You've definitely got more guys or more teams coming up as well. But you've got such a fun team as well. You've got so many playmakers. I mean, looking at even just the receiving core with Sky Moore, I can't wait to see what Justin Ross does when he's back. Miko Hardman's fine. Obviously, Kadarius Toney headlining playmakers, and then Isaiah Pacheco and how well he's played outstanding. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is kind of a letdown. Ronald Jones hasn't been great. Patty Mahomes, fair to say that he's probably the best player in football right now, pretty easily. Frank Clark, Chris Jones, Derek Noddy, George Karloftis make an okay defensive line. Dana, you have Sanders, Carlos Dunlap as well is here, and then Willie Gay can rush the quarterback. Not great, but he can at what cost. But Leo Chanel as well played well in the Super Bowl against the run for sure. Brian Cook is a rookie safety out of Cincinnati, someone I actually quite liked. Juan Thornhill plays good at times, but also can be a liability. You've just got yourself a pretty good team here. And as we move through the offseason, I'm going to be very interested to see what sort of opportunities present themselves because we don't have the most money in the league for sure. We have quite a bit for the standard that we're in or the situation that we're in with so many good players. It actually puts us in a very fortunate spot. But we're gonna see who we want to bring back. Boo Boo, I'm fine letting go. Tommy Townsend, I mean, 7-year deal. I mean, I'll fine if he's fine with this right here. He's gonna test free agency. That's huge. I can't believe that's happening. Orlando Brown here, he has interest. I'm not interested on like really raising him. So if he'll go for this, then that's fine. I'm not gonna pay him more than that. I want to rebuild. I don't know if Mecole Hardman or I want to rebuild this receiving core, and I think Mecole Hardman could be a headliner on maybe like a 3-year deal, 6.54 mil. If he does that, that's fine. He does. He welcomes himself onto the team. Jerick McKinnon, I'm basically done with. Derek Noddy, if he wants like a okay, yeah, okay. This is a very friendly deal. If he wants to still come back for that amount of money, I'm fine with that. And then everybody else, I'm pretty much okay leaving behind. Juan Thornhill is an interesting one actually. At 27 years old, if he'll go for a little bit of a smaller years, like if he doesn't want too many years on the contract and still gets enough money, that's fine with me. I'm okay with that. But headed into free agency, we're losing Boo Boo, our best receiver. I seriously think that Kadarius Toney could emerge as probably your best option next year, no doubt. And in this high-powered offense, that means a lot. But you could bring Kareem Hunt back in to be your guy. I'm just kidding. I think you'd want to stick with a guy like Pacheco, of course. And then in the wide receiver room now, you have Mecole Hardman, your leading guy, Kadarius Toney, Marquez Valdes-Scantling, Sky Moore, and Justin Ross. All those guys are around the same, overall. Do you want a guy more than that? Probably not. You probably aren't going to go for anyone there. And then tight end, I mean, a young good one or a good young one could eventually pop up and take Travis Kelce's spot whenever he's done. But he's 33 and he looks better than ever. So really happy for him. And then at left tackle, we obviously have that hole now with Orlando Brown gone. I'm okay. I mean, it's going to be a lot more money than what we initially wanted to give him. I think it won't be too much more expensive, but it's going to be up there in the numbers, and we're not even going to be close. Who's there at right tackle that we can maybe bring in? I mean, Terrence Steele's really good. I like Terrence Steele at his age. I mean, really good is an overstatement for sure. I didn't mean like he's a spectacular tackle. I meant that he was a good option, not necessarily a great player. So we'll have to cancel that deal on Mr. Orlando Brown and then stick with our guns here. Go with Terrence Steele, at least try to. Then on the left end, what are we looking at? George Karloftis, probably don't need any help on that side. Defensive tackles, Chris Jones and Nadi is back, that's for sure. Tier Tart is young and a great option. As much as I want to, I don't think that it really makes sense. And then on the right end, Frank Clark, who is aging, and then you have Mike Dana as well. If an edge, really interested me, maybe I'd go for him. But I mean, personally, nobody other than Josh Allen. I mean, like if Josh Allen had interest, I'd go in for sure. There's no doubt. We're gonna need a second linebacker for sure. I'm not sure who's on the outside. So Willie Gay, and then Leo Chanel plays inside. So I mean, Andrew Van Ginkel probably isn't my first option. I'm not gonna lie. And then on the left outside, who plays Leo Chanel is at the top there. I'm okay with that at least. But give me Rashawn Evans to kind of, I don't know, like balance out a couple of those spots, I guess. I don't know. Hopefully he wants to, get onto the team here. I'm not sure if he will or not. I got to go to top 100 to see him now. Yeah, so he doesn't have many other offers anyways, so happy with that. And then at corner, I mean, if Jamel Dean had interest, I'd be interested back, but no mutual interest there as well. L'Jarius Sneed, you're going to need a third corner, and Rock Yassine's probably your best option. Has a lot of interest in the team, so hopefully he's not getting pursued by too many other teams, and he's not, it doesn't look like. And then you really don't need another safety. Deshaun Elliott played great this season. I think he's super underrated, but you just don't need another safety. So we'll stick with our guys. Top 100, look at them. Terrence Steele, Rashawn Evans, and Rock Ya-Sin, or Rock Ya-Sin, however you want to say it. And we did get Terrence Steele and Rashawn Evans, and then we have some competition for that cornerback number 3. I'm curious if anyone else has. Okay, yeah, we can go after another former Buccaneer, Sean Murphy Bunting, who might actually be a little bit better in the long run, for sure. I think that this deal will do him a little bit of justice here. Get off of Rock Ya-Sin and work with Sean Murphy Bunting instead, who's going to have a lot of big offers, and that's kind of expected. Give him 4 years, 3.5, 2.5. I think that's a really good deal for him. Should be towards the top of the board. But it's all about, will he come to Kansas City? To Kansas City. All right. Don't get lost in the words. Sean Murphy Bunting is here in Kansas City now, so that is pretty fun. Jamel Dean's a Steeler. Where did our guy go? Rock Ya-Sin went to the Bears. A little unfortunate for him, honestly, if you ask me. But it is what it is. Yeah, I guess moving into the draft, I have my realistic draft class. I mean, what do you need? You just can take the best player available and wait for the old guys to move and them to come in, I guess. So you've done a good job drafting this last season with Trent McDuffie, George Karlaftis, Leo Chanel, Brian Cook, Isaiah Pacheco, of course. So you've got a lot of good players out of the past draft, and I think that you can continue to build off that with another great draft. And I think that the Chiefs are really headed in that direction. You obviously don't have the best picks, but you have good spots. So we'll just go straight down to 32. I'm not even consider trading up if I'm the Chiefs here. So just go straight to 32, see who's available. But what I mean by you have a good spot is there's a bunch of great players around this spot. Brian Branch is one of them. Wow, would he fit? That would be very fun to have a Brian Branch type of player, but unfortunately probably not my go-to here. Will McDonald is someone I'd consider. He is a great athlete, and he, plays that edge role quite nice. Let's go Will McDonald out of Iowa State. That's right. Iowa State should be a fun player to add on to the team. Move to our next pick as well. Not going to consider trading anywhere here. I mean, maybe a future third or something to move up in the third round. Zay Flowers is here. That's pretty huge. I like Zay Flowers, Boston College receiver, runs a 4.37. I really would hate to take him here because we have so many playmakers, but imagine a Sky Moore, Zay Flowers, Justin Ross future. That'd be literally the perfect wide receiver room. And if there's nobody else really here, then might as well. Sean Tucker, someone, but I'm not really big, Sean Tucker guy. Jordan Battle, I mean, there are options here. Isaiah Foskey down the board. I've got to redo this draft class and like the order and whatnot, and that should be an interesting one to do. But off the board goes Zay Flowers. Normal development sucks, but 5'10", 172, a little bit of a smaller guy, but Boston College kid can fly. I was looking for a trade, but I don't think that we'll find one. I think that we'll just go ahead and move on. Roshan Johnson just falls off the board, someone I would have probably considered if I saw. Cedric Tillman remains on the board. Doesn't look like that there is any more. I was hoping that Hendon Hooker was here because I think that that would have been fun, but he's not, unfortunately. Tyreek Stevenson, a man-to-man corner, right? That's his game. 6 foot 204. He's got some length. He's pretty old. He's got some experience. Doesn't run that fast, but Miami corner, he could be nice, but probably shy away from a guy like him, and I'd move more towards a guy like I don't know who I'd move towards, but I probably wouldn't make the move towards Tyreek Stevenson. I do have to move him up the board quite a bit. As he's getting he's getting mocked pretty high for sure. Tony Grimes on the board. Henry To'oto'o this low. Feels kind of criminal. Or Dorian Williams. I think I actually liked Dorian Williams. Tulane guy. I think this is the guy I liked. I can't remember. But Henry Toto should not be down this far anyway, so I'll just go with Dorian Williams instead. I have a feeling that is not the guy I like because I probably would have given him star development, but it is what it is. We'll move to 21, see who's available as well. And Henry Toto goes off one pick ahead. A little interesting as well. Brandon Joseph at this spot. Any of those safeties? Trey Dean. Trey Dean is still here. I love the Florida safeties, and Rashad Torrance is here as well. I love these Florida safeties for sure. Let's go Rashad Torrance, late round pick. I really love Rashad Torrance. I can't remember the depth trade I give him, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's high. But love Rashad Torrance for sure. Jalen Duncan goes off the board this late. Jeez. Yeah, this board is definitely screwed up, so definitely got to fix that up for sure. Cam Jones still here. Brevin Spanford would be fun. Byron Young is still here. Colby Wooden as well. Jonathan Mingo, Mississippi, Ole Miss. I don't know why it says Mississippi College. It's just really stupid. Tyjae Spears, Tulane receiving back. He's really good at that. Jacorian Bennett's here, 5'11", 195. Doesn't run spectacularly fast, but he runs all right. Jacorian Bennett will be my pick here. He does have star development, Maryland corner. He gets taken right after I think Jalen Duncan just got taken. So two Maryland guys falling off the board. I believe Jalen Duncan is Maryland. And then we'll do this one last pick, and then we'll let the CPU do the rest. And we'll see who's here at the pick. I don't know. I might consider quarterback if one's here, like a good one. I'm not sure if there will be, though. Can we get the options on the screen, please? Oh, my goodness. Jeez, and me Christmas. Yeah, Max Duggan's here. Dorian Thompson would be quite fun, but I think we'll go Max Duggan, TCU. All right, good player, I guess. Could develop into something one day. Maybe kind of like a Brock Purdy type guy, but that'll be all for the draft. Let's go see these guys' contracts and whatnot. I think that we drafted well for the future and not really for the present. In this draft, I think we got one or two pieces that we might see this year, and then a few developers that may or may not play in the future as well. But we'll go ahead and look at the draft recap. Everyone's, base overall. Zay Flowers is 73. Will McDonald as well. Dorian Williams was good, 70 overall down the board. Rashad Torrance is also good. Jacorian Bennett. Then Duggan wasn't so good. Broderick Martin and then Austin Stogner will be our picks here. So drafted pretty old at the first, 3 picks or so, 24, 22, and 23. And then Rashad Torrance is 21, 22, 22. And then these two are 24s. But it's a good draft, in my opinion. So let's go ahead and set the team up, see how they look. And, I guess just set the team how it is, and then we'll simulate the season. I didn't realize we were missing another tackle spot. So Terrence Steele will take right tackle, and then we'll have, Niang take left tackle. So it's going to be a rough situation there. Rashad Torrance, Thornhill, Reed. I mean, kind of just setting up the defense here. So offensively, this is what we're looking like. Good team. I will move Kadarius Toney into the slot, though. And then other than that, look pretty good with Mecole Hardman. And then Zay Flowers playing that wide receiver 4 spot with Sky Moore and Justin Ross behind him as well. So got a good running back room, at least. Like, that's as far as solid goes. I think that's about as solid as it gets. Willie Gay will not be playing at right outside linebacker. That'll be Leo Chenal. And then Rashawn Evans with Nick Bolton obviously headlining. But look at sub linebacker. Willie Gay will definitely be playing. Will McDonald will be rushing the quarterback as well. For some reason, George Karlaftis isn't, and I want to make it George Karlaftis, Will McDonald, and then these two on the interior, and give Frank Clark kind of this just right end role. I mean, I don't really see a future for him. Sean Murphy Bunting will stay at number 3, Jacory Benton, and then Watson. So you got a really good young corner room as well. And then Justin Reed up here at your safety with Thornhill, and then Rashad Torrance obviously developing behind him. It might get a couple of reps. And so, yeah, this is how the team looks. But let me go dial in the depth chart as far as slot receiver and rush ends go, and then we'll see how we can do. And we will go ahead and sim to midseason, see how we're doing. If I had to make a bold prediction, I'd go with we are a 4-win team at the midseason mark. 4 or 5 would be my probably go-to, but I'd stick to 4 because that was my first guess. So we'll see how we're doing there. But it is interesting, the little team that we built, because we've got a lot of youth, but we also have got a lot of veterans. So it'll be interesting to see how this team performs and kind of develops. If you guys do want to see a rebuild off this, let me know, because I'll definitely rebuild off this team. We had a really good draft, in my opinion, so we'll see a lot of bright things happen in the future as well, if I had to guess. And we're about to hit the midseason mark now, so let's dial in on that and see the record. If my prediction is correct, we are a 5-win team, going 5-2 to start it off. We have a breakout receiver as well, with some players ready to negotiate, and our quarterback has a breakout challenge. That can't even be possible. But we will go ahead and actually look at the stats and awards. Anthony Richardson and CJ Stroud are leading the league in yards, which is ridiculous. Pat Mahomes, though, 2,000 yards, very good at what he does for sure. Rushing, Pacheco has been better, but Clyde Edwards has never been better. 5.8 per carry is nuts, ridiculous. 6 rushing touchdowns as well with no fumbles. Clyde has something to say about that for sure. Kadarius Toney's getting some work. Pacheco, Clyde, no work here for any of the rookies. So it is what it is. Travis Kelce is leading the team in yards, though, and receiving yards. 41 for Nick Bolton is a little bit of a letdown, but Willie Gay doing what he needs to do. 10 TFLs already for Chris Jones, with George Karlaftis not far behind. And then we'll go ahead and look at sacks here, 3.5, 3, and then Will McDonald also has 3 with 4 TFLs. So he's doing well. Kick returning, I'm not sure if that's good. I'm going to have to go up here to the NFL and average kick return yardage. So Zay Flowers is actually one of the best in the league. So that's really cool. Punt return, what do we got here? Is any of our guys up here? I don't think so. Oh, I just saw him. Zay Flowers with 6.9. What a dog. Love to see that. But that is a little bit of that. We haven't really seen much else. We're off to a good start. I think that's all we really got to say. Players ready to negotiate with $59 million again. All of it is going to be spent right here on this guy right here. Chandler Jones, who, I mean, if he takes this deal, it's cool. He does. We have like no money left for L'Jarius Sneed. Clyde Edwards-Helaire can walk, and Willie get. I mean, all these guys are pretty much gone. All I need back is L'Jarius Sneed, who I want on a 4-year deal. Give him $8 million over 5.5, and then boom, just like that, with $23 million to spare. I mean, if Clyde Edwards-Helaire ends the season on 5+ per carry, I will definitely consider bringing him back for sure. And Rashad Torrance already making his way up the ladder. Yeah, I guess let's see how this team closes out the season. Do we make the playoffs or not? I'm going to say yes, but will we have much success in the second half as we did in the first half? I will say no. I say we end as 11-win season, but 10, I'd say 10 or 11, but 11 would be my go-to. And moment of truth, we're about to get the inside scoop on our record and see how we ended. And it was 11. Oh, look at me go. I'm just boosted right now. Oh, the mood is crazy. I'm just big brain. All right, that's it. I'm just big brain. We did lose last week to the Jaguars, but says we're a worse overall than the I was about to call the Bengals the Broncos. CJ Stroud and Desmond Ridder led the league in passing yards, but not too far behind. It's Pat Mahomes with 4,800, 33 touchdowns with 14 interceptions. Kind of a down season for him. It did kind of balance out as time went on. Clyde Edwards-Helaire did not average over 5 yards per carry. Pretty bad, actually, but had 15 touchdowns. How in the world did that happen? On 131 carries. So, I mean, you got a kind of nice 2 running back system going, I guess. Then receiving, Kadarius Toney over 1,000 yards and 7 touchdowns, 9 touchdowns here for Travis Kelce. Marquez Valdez-Scantling was really good, was second on the team in touchdowns. Isaiah Pacheco was nice out of the backfield, and so was Clyde Edwards-Helaire. No work for Zay Flowers all season long, and Justin Ross also got no recognition. Defense was not on the field that much then, or there's just a lot of tackles to go around that just no one got over 100, but wow. Interesting numbers. Chris Jones, 16 TFLs, really nice. Derek Nottie, 14. George Karlaftis, 11. And Will McDonald, 12, and then 11. Then sacks, as far as sacks goes, Will McDonald, second on the team, maybe blows up next season and has a little bit more than that even. And if he can keep on, progressing, it would look good. Sean Murphy Bunting led the team in interceptions with 3. I don't know if that was hard to say. It didn't feel like it, but obviously it was. So it is what it is. We've got a good team headed into the playoffs in the wild card against the Bengals, not the Broncos, the Bengals. And wow, Travis Kelce is a 64 overall guard. That's pretty funny. But that is not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about the team and how well they performed during the season. And Lucas Niang's up to a 70 overall. That's pretty cool. Terrence Steele as well doing his thing. Offensive line looks pretty good. Defensively, though, we've definitely seen better days. Willie Gay will, move up in that spot. Rashaan Evans, Rashad Torrance almost is ready to take over that free safety spot. Jacorian Bennett's developing well. We've got a lot of good young pieces around for sure. Brian Cook, not really moving overall wise, but doing a good job. And then Williams actually as well, doing a good job of kind of picking up some slack, going up to 72 overall and a 73 overall middle linebacker. But Derek Nottie playing well this season as well, I think. But I think we've got a good thing going here. So let's see how far we can take this thing. If we can even get past the first round of the wild card. It is Madden, so you never know. And it is a very challenging team with the Cincinnati Bengals. The best score prediction in the game, 30-31. It was 28-20 or 21-18. That's a bit. Wow, that's close. Won by a field goal at the end of the day, so that's pretty cool. Sky Moore up to a 74 overall. And we will go ahead and see if we get past the New England Patriots. We win 34-28. Call them that. 35-28. Guys, I'm almost there, right? Like, I don't know. Something's happening. This is a script, actually. So if you guys didn't know, this is a script. And I'm just reading it off my phone here, so, I mean. Yes, I know. It's an old-ass phone. I understand, all right? You don't have to clown me for it. Headed into the AFC Conference Championship against the Tennessee Titans. We win 35-17. That is my go-to prediction. We lose 31-13. That'll be all for me. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe. Kind of bummed we missed that last one, but it is what it is, and we end the video now. I'll see you guys next time.